Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. So good to see everyone on the call. We're going to get started here very shortly. I'm waiting for our co-panelists to join us. Listen, I'm very excited about this. I'm so excited about this that I'm actually having a version for myself on my phone. The Super Patch POD. It's going to be so amazing. So great to see all of you. This is like the second or third time this week that we've hung out. That's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. Let me see who's here. There's so many amazing people here. Welcome. Some phone numbers, some with code names. It is so good to see them. Hey, listen, I gotta tell you, I don't know how excited you guys are, but the buzz and the feedback in the field, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible because of the energy that you're bringing to it. But there's an old saying, you know, action needs purpose, right? Without purpose, action is visible, but it's like smoke. Action with purpose is like fire. And because it's like smoke, when there's action without purpose, it dissipates like smoke, right? It fades away. But when there's purpose behind the action, it's very, very exciting. And what I see this month is purposeful action. And all of us working together to take it to the next level. We are at an immense crossroads, both as a technology company, as a product company, and also as a distribution company that has our business organized as a network marketing company. And that crossroad is a very interesting crossroad. We are the crossroad to settle for. So if we don't we have an opportunity to be great in everything or settle for good, right? It's and the reason I say that is because it's all in our hands. It's right in the palm of our hand. No one is going to dictate our destiny, our journey, because we're actually in control of it all. That gives us an immense amount of control, immense amount of power, but also an immense amount of responsibility. And I think so listen, my job is to serve you, all of you, to help us get where we all want to go. Right. And this is one of those steps that we're taking to help everyone get to their dream state. Because, what's a dream? A dream is a hope, dream is a vision we have for ourselves that somewhere in the future, the next moment, the next day, the next week, the next year, whenever, that we're realizing something that's deep in our heart that we've wanted and cherished, either for ourselves or for our families. People, they look down on dreamers. Oh, that person's a dreamer. You can't look down on dreamers. I don't. Well, I'm probably one of the biggest dreamers you're ever going to meet. I think it's all possible. Honestly, I think if I can dream it, if I can think it, if I can see it, if I can imagine it, it's going to happen. the more that I think about it, the more that I dream about it, the more that I talk about it, the more that I give it voice, the more that I give it energy, the faster it's going to come. And I could give you guys a number of examples, and maybe on the next corporate call, the next global call, I'll do that, of all the times that from here it manifested in our 3D reality. And I think it'll be a fun conversation. We can all share our stories. But let me here beg a moment to find out where our co-panelist is. I don't see Mike here. Let me see where Mike is. Oh, here he is. I'm going to make Mike promote the co-panelist. Here he is. Sorry, Mike, allowed to talk. You could unmute yourself, brother. There he is.
Here,
I was looking for you. There was like so many people on the call. I'm like, where's Big Mike? And then I realized there was a search button, man. So
didn't know that either. I learned some already on this call.
For a so-called technology expert, I'm learning about the search button, my man. Hey, gang, listen. I have the absolute honor and pleasure of introducing a new friend, Mr. Mike Boccia. Mike is an entrepreneur's entrepreneur, a marketer's marketer. And the great thing is the secret that Mike, among the many talents that he has, is that he's actually built and owned a network marketing company. So he understands the challenges we face. He understands the challenges of duplication. He understands the challenges of systems. He understands the challenges every single one of us face every day as we push to bring our business and we push to bring our product to the people. And what he's built over the last number of years, in my mind, my little experience I have, in my mind, it's the wild card. It's the ace. It's the fifth ace in the deck for companies and people, distributors, who are serious about prospecting every day, right? Actively engaged in their phone, with their people on their phone in their neighborhood. I mean, so Mike, you don't know this, but I've just given this thing a nickname for us. It's called the Super Patch Pod, Super Patch Presentation on Demand. And everybody's getting it. I mean, I want everybody to hit this thing out of the park. So over to you, sir. The founder and CEO of iDecide, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Boccia, my new friend, and our co-pilot in success with his amazing development.
Oh man, I love it. Thank you, Jay, for having me. It's so good to be here, you guys. And as Jay said, I do know your pain. I know your pain. I know your victories. I was in the network marketing space for 18 years, so I know what it feels like to get rejected. I know what it feels like to have your best friend tell you you're crazy. I also know what it means like to kick butt and prove them all wrong. So I was over 18 years. You do a lot of things, right? So I'm excited. Actually, Jay, if it says sharing is not turned on, if you could please give me the honor of being able to share, that'd be awesome.
Yes,
But as we go into this, you guys, I want you to know
go,
that we do this for a lot of different companies, and I will tell you, I don't meet many companies and executive teams like the Super Patch team. And I'll tell you that in all honesty. Some of you guys may have known me before, met me before because were with another company that used us, and I don't say this often, right? Um, these guys really care about you. They really care about changing the world, and that doesn't happen every day. I will tell you that. I deal with a lot of CEOs and C-level teams and team leaders, and their number one concern is not necessarily the field, believe me. And for you guys, I mean, I'm telling you, so kudos to you, Jay, for building that kind of culture, and it's awesome to see. And I will tell you also that when I saw the numbers, that when I first heard of Super Patch, I was like, oh, cool, we got a new customer, that's cool. But then I saw the script, and I'm like, what the hell? This company's on fire. How come I've never heard of them before? I was like, what the? So I was like, and then I got excited, right? Because now I'm like, cool, this company's already on fire. We just get to come in and turbocharge them to the next level. That's easy, So man, it's good this is going to be fun. So I won't bore you anymore. I'll just tell you what I decided. So apparently we have a couple of different types of people on the call. We got some people who may have seen the iDecide already, and you say, okay, that looks cool. Let me learn more about it. Some of you guys may have just got an email saying, hey, we're unveiling something. I don't even know what the heck iDecide is. So that's cool too. And some of you guys have been playing with it and testing it, beta testing it. So that's awesome too. So we're going to cover a little bit about why I built iDecide, the psychology behind it, what it is, and how you can get it. And well, let's jump in, man. Enough talk. So as I said, after 18 years of being in the network marketing space, I did some good and I did some bad. And then I said, man, if I could crack the code on a couple of things, it would be a game changer for me. So I went on a quest and said, man, these are and I hear these from people all the time. They're always after the same thing still. But what I wanted to do was solve these four simple, well, they're not simple, four keys. I thought that if I could crack that code, they would be a game changer. Number one, duplication. I wanted every new associate now to be able to say, I can do this. And the challenge in network marketing, or with any sales team really, is the people who are good, and you might be a great speaker right now. You may be able to do an unbelievable super patch presentation. The problem with that is you might be intimidating new people. You know, they come on board, they look at you and go, oh, no wonder so and so is making a bunch of money. I'll never be able to do what he or she does. And that's the kiss of death with network marketing, right? So we want them to be able to look at you or look at your system and go, man, I can do this. Second one was compliance. So we can all keep doing this, right? Because a lot of the times when people don't know how to do a presentation properly, they'll fudge it, right? And not because of any ill intent, but because they just don't know what to say. So they get excited and they say all kind of crazy things and start making exaggerated claims. And that'll get you and the whole company in trouble, right? This was a big one. This is a scary statistic, you guys. 91% of people admit to daydreaming during a presentation. That's admit to it. So it's probably closer to 100%. So the fact is that I may have lost a bunch of you already, right? So a bunch of you guys are already checking your phone, your Facebook, your email, and I don't take offense to that, but I've got to be aware of that as a businessman and say, okay, what do I need to do to overcome that, right? So the attention span is an issue. This one, you guys, over the 18 years I was in network marketing, I had estimated that I'd done over 25,000 presentations. And I think, man, it just kills me to think how many of those presentations were done for either uninterested or unqualified prospects. And I said, man, if I could crack that code and have a presentation do the work for me and save all that time, it would be a game changer. So what I did is I kind of said, let me just reimagine this presentation thing. And what if I could just go back to the drawing board and for a clean whiteboard, what would I want them to look like? And this was my wish list. I said, man, I'd really want them to be fun. So people actually had fun watching them. They enjoyed it. So even if they weren't interested, they would still say, man, that's cool. Thanks for sending it. It's not for me, but that was cool. Second, I'd want them to be professional and effective, represent my brand the way it should be. You guys have an unbelievable brand. The graphic, the design, holy cow, second to none. It's world class. So that's the way I felt. I'd want them to represent me and my brand in a professional way. I want them to be smart, right? Provide the data, because there's no way we can effectively improve the presentation without solid data. You know, too many times people make changes to things based on their gut or their feeling. Well, everything's data driven now. We need to know what the numbers are so we can improve it as we go. Duplicatable, we talked about that. I want people to come on board, see a presentation, and say, man, I can do that, right? Zero risk of rejection. I said, well, if I'm going to dream, might as well dream big, right? And say, man, if I were going to reimagine presentations, I'd want the whole risk of rejection to be removed and make it so it's impossible to get rejected. And as I said, when it comes to time, I'd want them to be automated so that I'm only spending my time with people who have already seen what we do and said, yes, I do want to meet. And that changes the game, you guys. So it's a different dynamic when someone has seen what you do and they request a call or more information, or it just shifts the whole power dynamic, right? Instead of you calling someone and saying, hey, I want to show you something, it kind of puts them in the driver's seat. If they've already seen it and they say, yes, I want to talk, you're in control now. So that was my wish list, and that's how I came up with iDecide. iDecide, for those of you that don't know, is a short, personalized, fully automated, 100% compliant, interactive presentation tool. So That's a mouthful, but I'll show you what that all means in a second. So here's what it is and how it works. So you can send an I decide any way you would send a message. So you can send it through text, email, Facebook Messenger, Telegram, WhatsApp. It doesn't matter. Any way you send a message, you can send someone an I decide, and you can post it on social media too. The prospect then clicks the link that you send them, and their screen comes to life with graphics, animation, video, whatever is necessary to tell that story in the most effective and engaging way possible. The cool thing is the secret sauce is that when they watch it, they decide, right? They interact, they answer questions, they choose what they want to see, and then the system will actually make recommendations based on their choices. So it'll say, go ahead and choose what you'd like to see. We think you may want to see this, but it's up to you. We always put them in control. This is one of my favorite features. When someone watches your I decide, you get a text or an email notification, and we'll be coming out with phone notifications shortly, where it just pops up as a notification on your phone. But it tells you, hey, Mike just started to watch your presentation. Mike just finished watching. These are the things that he chose to see. These are the answers to the questions. So I'll show you what one looks like. But that tells you everything about the presentation, right? There's no more guessing. Did he watch it? Did he not watch it? Was he interested? You know. And because this is and always will be a people business, we want you to follow up, right? I decide's awesome, but it's not a magic bullet, right? So we're going to remind you to do that. We're going to send you 1, 3, and 5 day follow-up reminders. And if you've already done that, so it'll say, hey, don't forget to follow up with Mike. He watched your presentation yesterday. If you've already done that, you just press a button on the notification. It disables the future ones. That way you're not, confused. So that's what I decide is. What it is not is a video. So we like to say I decide is what videos want to be when they grow up. Um, so a couple of reasons I point that out. Number one, technically it's not a video. So it's not an MP4 file or an MOV file. It's not a video, right? Every presentation is a unique URL for that specific viewer. But more importantly, we don't want you to refer to it as a video because it lessens the impression of the presentation in the eyes of the viewer. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, if I call Sue and I say, hey, Sue, I started with that company, things are going great. I'm going to send you a video for you to take a look at and we'll talk about it afterwards. And she says, oh, well, all right, cool. Everybody's sending me videos. What's one more, right? Not real excited. Doesn't really set you apart as anything high tech or, breakthrough. But if I call Sue and say, hey, Sue, I started with that company I was telling you about. Things are rocking. I'm going to create an interactive experience just for you. You'll see it's going to have your name in it, and you're going to get to choose what you want to see. You'll interact with the screen. You're going to have a blast, and we'll talk later. Now she goes, what the hell is an interactive experience with my name in it? What? And now we've just leveled up her impression of what's coming, right? Now we know she's going to watch it because we've intrigued her and we've set you apart from everybody else out there that's sending her stuff. So, and bottom line, videos just can't do the things I decide can do. We can show the viewer's location in the presentation, so their city and state. We can do calculations. They can schedule appointments right in there. We've got an AI in there. I mean, so that if they have a question in the middle of the presentation, they can ask a question. And it'll search the Super Patch website for the answer. We show real-time data. We just all kind of crazy stuff. This is the other one of my favorite features, real-time updates. So when we make changes to the presentations, maybe a price changes or a disclaimer has to be added or a new product comes out, those are all updated in real time, you guys. So you don't have to worry, oh, I sent Sue a presentation the other day, but we just changed it today. Do I send her a new one? Next time she clicks your presentation link, always will see the most up-to-date version. So 100% compliant every single time. And we've got the viewer's name in it. You guys, that feature alone, having someone's name in it has been proven to increase engagement threefold. Just by seeing their name, right? When you see or hear your name, it releases the feel-good chemicals in your brain. And that's what we want them to do, right? We want them feeling good while they're watching, learning about Super Patch. And these are some of the feedback we get, you guys. So, I mean, we hear this all the time. It saves me so much time and money. It's a game changer. So this woman was totally scared to death of getting rejected, and she just loves the fact that that was totally removed. Here's another one. So fear of rejection is very real, right, in our industry. People are just scared. Either they're not great presenters. So I found that a lot, and I found that in my business. People really want to help people, but when it comes to presenting or public speaking, they're just not good at it. So why would we force them to get good at it? Let's just solve the problem for them. And it just flat out works. So right now, you guys, we are in 94 countries. We're in 21 different languages, over eight. We've been in business for 7 years. This is our 8th year. Over 8 million iDecide presentations have been viewed around the world, which, if you do the math, equates to about one, on average, one every 30 seconds for the last 7 years. Someone has watched an iDecide. So I don't say this to impress you, but just impress upon you that we're not new at this, right? Jay is not experimenting on you guys saying, oh, let's see if this iDecide thing works. We've been doing it for a long time. We've got hundreds of thousands of users that use us. And so, yeah, it works. And I want you to use it with confidence. That's the point I'm trying to make. All right. I'm going to whip through real quick how simple it is to send a presentation, because I know sometimes think technology and they get scared, right? Oh my gosh, it's going to be something else for me to learn. You guys, this is our app. This is our free iDecide app. And when you log in, just using your email and password that you use when you establish your account. But watch this. I can send a presentation in literally 4 clicks. So if I meet someone at a grocery store, for example, I can just click new contact and add their information. But the better way to do is upload them directly from my phone. So I click on import, and then it's going to ask me, okay, do you want to import one person or multiple? I click on multiple. It'll now open your contacts application on your phone, and you just select the ones that you want to add to your app. You just go through your list, you choose the ones you want to add, and bang, those people are instantly added to your iDecide app. And you want to send a presentation, you click on John's name, send an iDecide, then it's going to ask you which presentation you want to send. So right now we have one presentation for you guys, right? It's a recruiting presentation. I met with Jay and Shannon yesterday. We're going to now create a product only presentation. We're going to create a bunch of different languages for you guys. So you'll eventually, and those are all included. Those will just be added to your account, right? So you just choose the presentation you want to send, and it'll actually open the application for whatever you chose. You want to send it through text, email, WhatsApp. It'll have a pre-populated message in there, and you can just click send and it's gone. You can edit the message, of course, if you want. But really what I did, 4 clicks, and I send a presentation to John. John clicks the link and his presentation comes to life. So I'm going to try and play it for you guys. Believe me, sometimes it gets a little choppy when it goes through Zoom. Just know that when you use it and when your prospects watch it, it's not choppy at all, right? It'll play just perfectly. So bear with me. Show me some grace if it doesn't play perfectly, but I just want to demo a little bit of it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'll jump around just so you can get an idea for it, of it. All right. Now let me make sure that I share with the sound, because I screwed that up last time. Aha, I was going to do it again. All right, 1 second, you guys. All right. Boom. All right, so you should see the welcome Jay on the screen now, correct? Someone give me a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Beautiful. Awesome. So you see, it's going to have your name. It's going to have the person you send it to here, right? So as soon as they click the link, first thing they see is their name, Feel Good Chemicals, right? Your name appears on the screen too, so they know who it came from, right? And they know it's not spam. Your name is on the screen in the lower left-hand corner the entire time. So they always know how to get in touch with you. And then they just click anywhere to play it.
Imagine being in business for yourself, but not by yourself, where 15 years and $25 million have already been spent building it with globally protected intellectual property and technology, sales of over $100 million last year alone, 75 million products sold with 95% positive reviews, and absolutely no competition. If you've ever considered starting a business, whether full-time, part-time, or just to make a few.
So you guys, you see here, the viewer is always in control with that little hamburger menu in the top right, and they can turn the music on, off, fast forward. But you see, I want to show you this. And by the way, whenever they're ready to sign up, they can go straight to it. Start my Super Patch opportunity, have questions, they can go straight to the main menu, restart it. But this is a cool feature, the chat with AI. So here, I asked it a question earlier, but they can ask it anything. So is there an energy patch. And now the AI has been trained on the Super Patch website, and it'll search it and give them the answer. Then they can go right back to the presentation. Yes, we have an energy patch called Boost. All right, cool, let's go.
Extra bucks. It's no coincidence that this interactive experience has reached you, and we firmly believe that the next few minutes could mark the turning point in your life. Pretty bold statement, but we've created the most transformational health and wellness solution ever. And we're combining it with what we consider the absolute. Go ahead and choose what you'd like to learn more about, or click finish up when you're ready to wrap up.
So I just skipped to the main menu, just again to bounce around, let you see a sample of how in control they are. But let's just show you real quick the product one. And I tell you,
Fantastic. Let's see firsthand how our incredible patches change lives with real science and real research. Just like they do for elite athletes in all areas of sports. And for Super Patch brand advocates like Jay Glazer, Lee Greer, Shea Pierre, Robbie Lawler, and many more. But this is about you. If you had to pick just one, which of these do you struggle with the most?
all right. So let's try energy.
If you can believe it, over 1 billion people feel exhausted on most or every day. We suggest you start with the Boost Patch.
But go ahead and click whatever you like. Once you're done, click Move Ahead when you're ready to move on.
So you see it based on the answer, it kind of guides them to the right one, but still keeps them in total control. And then when they're ready to move on, they just, they'll go through it, click finish up, and they say, okay, yeah.
So go ahead and choose how you'd like to get started, please.
Here they can see what's included in each pack and say, okay, let me get started. Cool. Then it'll go straight to your replicated site. So they don't have to call you.
Fantastic.
And ask for a code.
In a moment, you'll click the Get Started button on your screen. That will take you to a page that looks like this. Walk through the simple process, and you're all set. Go ahead and click your screen, and we'll be in touch soon. Welcome to Super Patch.
So there's your phone number and email right on the screen in case they do want to get in touch with you. But then they click Get Started, and bang, they go straight to your replicated site, and they can start the sign up process. So you guys, that's a quick overview of how it works.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think I have to change my share now. All right, cool. Here we go.
It's
All right, I'm back.
so cool.
Thank you, sir. All right, so let's wrap up. And by the way, this is the finished notification. So after they watch it, this is a sample of the notification you get. John has just finished watching you Super Bad, and it tells you which presentation they watch, right? Because eventually we'll have a bunch of them. So maybe it'll say he just finished watching your product presentation. Okay, cool. These are the choices that he made in the presentation. So everything he chose to see. So bottom line, you guys, we have instant duplication, right? Brand new associate up and running day one. They just click and send. The prospect is fully engaged. We totally remove the risk of rejection because the prospect just sends it and just waits for the response. So here's how it works. It's a subscription that you purchase. All the subscriptions include all iDecide presentations. So doesn't matter which ones we build, those are automatically added. Any future ones, all future languages that we add will be included as well. You guys, we can do something cool with the languages. Where if you want, you can just send if you know someone speaks Spanish, you'll be able to just send them the Spanish presentation. But if you're not quite sure which language they speak, you can send them a presentation. The system will detect the default language in their internet browser and play the presentation in that language. So even if you're not sure of which language they want, because some people speak Spanish, but they'd rather see it in English or vice versa. Boom, done. So all that's included, unlimited use, send as many presentations as you like. I mean, I don't like the nickel and dime stuff where you can send 50 and then you got to upgrade to none of that nonsense. Unlimited use, send as many as you want. Any browser, any device, iPad, free iDecide app, and we'll give you a 3-day money back guarantee just because we know you're going to love it. But if you want to just play with it, that's fine too. So here's how to get it. You can go to getidecide.com/superpatch, where you can scan that QR code on your screen. Pricing is extremely reasonable, in my opinion. I've been told that it is. You can get all of it for $25 a month. If you want to pay for a year in advance, it cuts that price in half, right? $150 a year breaks down to $12.50 a month. Or if you're like me and don't want the subscriptions, you just want to pay once and get it over with, you pay $249, never pay again. So what we're doing for you guys, since you're kind of helping us launch this thing, we're going to give you guys a special deal for the first 3 days. So instead of $249 lifetime, we're going to knock $100 off, and you can get it for $149, never pay again. But it's only for 3 days, right? It's for 72 hours, and it's through this Saturday, June 7th at midnight. So you send your team there, have them click the QR code or just go to the website there. And then we don't want to just say, okay, you bought, good luck. We're going to make sure you get trained on how to use it. Believe me, it's super simple to use. I think our oldest user is 84 years old, something like that. And even he thinks he struggled a little bit, but he didn't realize how simple it was. That was his issue. So once he saw it, he was like, that's it? Like, yeah, that's it. Pretty simple. And there's tutorials and knowledge base and a chat bot on there, all that kind of stuff. But just in case you want some more hand holding, we're going to do a special training this Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, just for you guys, just for Super Patch. If you missed that one or can't make it, we do them every Tuesday night. But of course, they're not Super Patch, right? They're for all users. And we don't mention any company names, make sure there's no cross recruiting or any funny business or anything like that. So we don't allow anyone to ask company specific questions. But this Monday night, just for you guys. And if you do have questions, we're there for you. Please email us at hi@idecide.com. So don't email Super Patch customer support. Don't your upline. Hey, how do I do? We have a staff that handles all that stuff. Our policy is to respond within 24 hours to all emails. Typically, it's much sooner than that. I'm a nut when it comes to customer service. So typically, it's within a couple of hours. And we'll make sure you're taken care of. But yeah, we're excited to get started with you guys. Yeah, I got staff on standby right now, just in case you do have questions there. We beefed up our customer service just to make sure you have the support you need. But I'm telling you, it's super simple, as you saw. I mean, we walked through how to send a presentation in 4 clicks. It's a piece of cake. The one question that I did see earlier today was if you have iDecide from another company and you bought a lifetime account with another company, we do honor that. So you won't need to buy another subscription, you guys. So just email hi@idecide and they'll respond with the process to add the Super Patch presentation to your existing account. All right, Jay, thank you so much for the time. Any questions you can answer or anything else?
Listen, hey gang, hope you can hear me. Hey Mike, you want to stop sharing the screen for just a sec so I can just get these guys up there and what happened here?
Yeah.
Here we are. Hey gang, listen, we're gonna put that up in a second, but let me say this to you. If I had this when I was a technology executive, I don't know what I would have accomplished. What this does is save time. Individually, on a daily basis, weekly basis. Think about how many people you can introduce to our product and our business in the most professional way. You don't have to remember a script. You don't have to remember the order. You don't have the presentation on demand is going to ask them the right questions, engage with them, and give them the information that they want, when they want it, how they want it. And then you get all the reporting to do the follow-up. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to run it in English for this month, right? For the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then we're going to take a look at all the metadata. And then we're going to see where people are using it, where they're dropping off, and then we're going to tweak it. There's no point tweaking all the languages until we have the best possible presentation. That could be moving pieces around. It could be adding things, taking things out. So we're going to do that. But to get the best results, we need the most amount of data. You guys know I live off the data, right? So to make this the very best, we need maximum use on it. And this is what I'll say. We spend a lot of money on a lot of different things. Okay? After a long time, I've seen something that can sit on a phone that can legitimately help you make money. And all you have to do is press 3 clicks, tick, 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 and you let it do it. You don't have to do anything else other than the follow-up. Hey, I'm going to send you something. This is what I talked to you about. Here it is. and it's going out. And guess what? They'll do it in their own time. You don't need to schedule a time to walk through the deck, to the presentation, any of it. And it's always perfect, which is amazing, right? It's always compliant. And think about it. There's almost 1,000 people on this call. I expect every single person on this call to have this app. That's my expectation. Because we built it for you. So there's an immense amount of cost on Mike's side, on my side, and team dedication to do these things, make them available. Okay? So think about this. This is not for my benefit. This is for all of us, for all of our benefits. So we rise up and we deliver the best possible scenario. There's 1,000 people on the call. Okay? If 1,000 people on the call send out 10 requests this week, between you get it today and by Monday you send out 10. That's 10,000 potential presentations. Okay, I'm going to give you the big picture. You want to talk about momentum? Okay, 10% conversion rate is 1,000 new people joining the big picture organization in 4 days. Okay, that's how winning happens. Now, if you got 100 people, do the math. If you got 1,000 people in your organization, do the math. This is a multiplier of the best possible things about our business and our product. This is the purest use of technology to amplify our message, our mission, our story, and our products in an inexhaustible way. The app's never going to have an off day. It's not going to be busy. It's not going to be double booked. It's not going to be, I can't reach somebody in a 3-way. It's done. Presentation on demand, pod. And I can't wait to see the results. Because the use of it and the adoption of it gives me the motivation, it gives me the data to keep looking for more and more solutions to help you all. Right? Because me finding great ideas and not doing anything with them, kind of useless, right? So the objective is, so then we're going to launch this, we're going to use it, we're going to be great, and I'm going to call them. I got a million, you guys know, my brain's always spinning. I got enough ideas. I'm going to, Mikey, how about this? How about that? We got the product thing already lined up, but there's some other stuff that is so mind-blowing, because obviously Mike can make almost anything, so which is kind of great. And we want to go, right? Because we're going to get down to demographic presentation. I mean, it's limitless, right? Because we can laser focus it. So gang, Mike, if you want to put the screen back up again, brother, I'll let you share that. Hey, hit that QR code, get your subscription, don't miss out. Mike has given us an unbelievable price, $145 lifetime, forever. I mean, that's crazy. Number one. Number two, you got 3 days to get it. Finally, as we wrap up, you're going to get an email here within the hour. We're sending the email to the entire field. So if your team is not on the call, if your reps are not on the call, it's your job to reach out to them over the next 72 hours to make sure that they get it. Because they're going to have so much FOMO come Sunday, come Monday. Right? Well, now they got to pay an extra $100, and they're going to bust. They're going to call customers. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the whining, the crying. They got 72 hours. Go get it. Right? This is the Mission Impossible app. I love it. Thank you, Mike. Gang, let's go get her. It's ours to take.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jay. Hey, man.
Thank you, everyone. I can't wait to see the results from this. This is so epic. Have a beautiful evening, everyone. God bless.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Mike.